Okay guys, so this is going to be the video that is actually going to make you money with Q4. When I say this, I mean it. I've done TikTok Shop for a very long time. I've experienced a Q4 on TikTok Shop before, and my students inside my inner circle, which are the ones I'm one-to-one mentoring, did insane last year. We have Julia based in the UK. She did $50,000 or £41,000 in 20 days during Q4 last year inside of my inner circle. Vivek in America this time did $20,000 in a singular day inside of my inner circle in Q4 last year. And now we even have students again in this year's Q4 who are doing extremely well, such as Kvix. And he's actually not from any of the eligible countries for TikTok Shop. He is based in Poland. He's 17 years old, balancing this with high school. So whether you work a job, whether you're in education, you can 100% do it. And I showed these three examples to kind of show that there's no excuse. It doesn't matter where you're from in the world. It doesn't matter how much sort of free time you have in the day. You can definitely make this work and make the most amount of money you've ever made with TikTok already. One thing that's slightly more unique about me is I don't just strictly teach one region. A lot of creators will only strictly teach people from the UK or people from the US. Inside my inner circle, the people I'm one-to-one mentoring and I've been teaching for a long time, there's people from every single country, every single background, anything you can imagine. So I'm going to be basically making this blueprint in the sense that it can work for anyone on any region, whether you're doing TikTok Shop from Europe, Asia, UK, US, Mexico, Japan, wherever it is, whatever eligible regions, whatever, literally doesn't matter. Whoever you are, this is going to work for you. It's going to be the most universal method. And what I'm going to tell you is also going to be not expected at all. However, anyone else is teaching to do Q4 TikTok Shop is not going to be what I'm saying in this video at all. Yeah, these are just a couple of results. These two from last year in Q4. I'm going to show some more as the video goes on because I actually have released a Q4 module already. This is just a bit more of an updated version. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm just going to completely freestyle it. It might be 30 minutes long, it might be an hour long, but I'm just going to go through basically everything, and pretty much it's all up in my mind fresh off the top of my head because I've been doing daily calls in my inner circle about Q4 TikTok Shop every single day. Now just quickly, if you don't know what Q4 is, it's essentially the last quarter of the year. It's from October to December, and the reason why people talk about this so much is basically because e-commerce sales skyrocket. TikTok Shop, of course, is a form of e-commerce, and the reason for this is because we have events such as Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we've got Halloween in there as well, and of course the big one with Christmas. People just spend more money. You will notice it yourself year on year. The most amount of money spent on e-commerce, so online shopping, is always throughout Q4, and a lot of the brands will put on a lot of promotional discounts, etc., to incentivize people to buy more. It's just the best time to be doing TikTok Shop, and specifically the last 2 months of the year, November and December, are the main months that you really want to focus on maximizing your potential profit with TikTok Shop. Just a quick one, guys, before we get started, and this is going to be so worth it. I'm hosting a completely free live Q4 TikTok Shop masterclass on Sunday, the 16th of November at 3 p.m. Eastern Time or 8 p.m. UK time. And this is going to be breaking down the exact strategies and systems I've used to make a lot of money with TikTok Shop. Also very specific for Q4 as well, which we're in right now, and I'm purposely hosting this before Black Friday and Christmas so you guys can make the absolute most amount of money with TikTok Shop at this time possible. I'm not only going to be going through that, but I'm going to be leaking things that I've never shown before. I'm also going to be showing off one of my pages that I just scaled to $400 a day in the first day of starting the account. I instantly went viral, not because of luck, because I know the proven system. So I'm going to be showing everything that you'll ever need to succeed with TikTok Shop in this masterclass. It's completely free, but there are limited spots, so I'd really recommend applying. I'm going to put it in the top link in description. Again, limited spots, so just make sure you go ahead and secure yourself a spot as soon as possible. So the first thing is actually getting into the program. If you're an absolute beginner and you don't even have an account already, then just all you need to know is in the US you need 5,000 followers. You can actually join with 1,000 followers with the pilot program, and this basically means that you're limited to a certain amount of videos and lives per week, but you can still start posting. UK, you only need 500 followers, which is ridiculously low. Europe, you need 1,500 followers. That's Italy, Germany, France, Spain, and yeah, that's it for Europe. Brazil and Mexico is 5,000 followers, and Japan is 1,000 followers. Now, this is what your TikTok Shop creator dashboard is going to look like, and this is where you'll know you're in the program. You just go to TikTok Studio, hit apply, and you're in. If you want to go ahead and buy an account, I'm going to leave my free Discord in the description, and you can go ahead and message Khaled, who's in there. He is a trusted supplier that I can vouch for. Best prices, best accounts. Loads of my students use them and have had no issues with it all. If you do have an issue, you can get warranty involved and get a replacement or a refund. So if you want to buy an account and kind of skip everything, that's a great way to do it. Alternatively, if you want to just grow your account normally, you might be thinking what's on my screen right now. It's just AI content. You can use something like Sora or Via right here. Just make funny short videos with AI and you'll be able to get to this follower requirement very quickly. Now, before I get into all the good stuff, the crazy sauce, which I don't know how long I'm going to be speaking about for, it depends kind of how quick I'm feeling today, but the way that I'm going to structure this video is one, go over the foundations with the content. So this is going to be breaking down live streams, videos, content styles, showing you examples. As you can see, I've got a load of them stacked up here and just breaking them down as to why they work so well for Q4. I'm going to be telling you the approach you should have in your content, and you're probably not going to expect what I'm saying, but hey, it's going to work the best. I'm 100% certain on that. Next is the products. Obviously, this is a very important part of Q4. I'll be going over that too. 3, I'm going to be going over the most important thing to basically think and apply when you're doing these 2 things right here. And 4, I'm going to give some final last sort of game-changing tips that are going to make a huge difference if you can implement them as well into your content and onto your page. So I'm going to leave that till the end. So do obviously make sure you pay attention, watch the entire thing all the way through. I'd actually recommend being able to take some formal notes so you don't forget things here, because I'm going to go over a lot of content. I'm going to try and do this all in one take. I'm not going to make it fast-paced with loads of cuts and editing and stuff like that. It's just for people that actually want to pay attention and get the best possible results. So if your attention span is awful, then it's probably going to negatively affect how well you perform. But if you're actually serious and you want to make money, then you'll watch the whole thing and actually pay attention. So the first thing, of course, with TikTok Shop is the main ways you monetize. You attach a product onto your videos or live streams, and when people buy it, you get a commission. So the 2 key focuses are going to be posting your videos with the product attached, and also posting or going live on your account with the product attached as well. One thing I'll note off the bat is you can do this facelessly or with face. It's completely up to you, however comfortable you feel. You can do either of the 2, and it's not going to hinder your ability to get results, in my opinion. Both rely on the product meeting the Q4 criteria, though. So this basically means that you can be doing your videos and lives, but if you're not doing it on the right kind of products, then everything I teach you about how to do these well is going to be irrelevant. So that's why afterwards I'm going to be talking about the type of products you want to be doing for these. Now, this might surprise a lot of people. I did put this in my initial Q4 blueprint I made. This is now an updated version. But you know, foundation should be live streams. Your main focus, especially if you're a brand new beginner, you should just be going live. Don't even worry about your videos too much right now. Going live is the way forward, and this is what is getting my students inside my inner circle the best possible results. Some examples of lives right here across America, the UK, wherever. I'll show you. So we can have a look at these American ones right here. Even all these examples, by the way, are very recent. I did some product research yesterday on these. And as you can see, people are going live with, for example, Christmas trees, obviously, moving into Q4. Q4 is the time of the year where people are spending the most amount of money. We're in the holiday season, Black Friday, all that kind of stuff. These are the products we want to be considering. So we can also see here gaming devices. So we can see this is going to be a great example of a gift for Christmas, and therefore people who can get this on a good discount or can get this and secure it early as a Christmas present are going to be buying it. This is perfect for parents to buy their kids. So this is a great example. Another really good example of a product right here is this 6-in-1 charging kit. Basically loads of great products for a very cheap price. The perceived value of this is very high. People think these kind of AirPods go for more than how much this entire thing is listed for in the first place. So yeah, this is a great one. And the thing is, it can target all audiences, whether you're male, female, no matter your age. Like, that allows the conversion rate to be good on this product, and it's going to last for a long while. In fact, people have been doing well with this for quite some time now. Another example, cleaning products are great, whether they're cheaper or more expensive. Cleaning products are great. And one thing you'll notice, by the way, with all these lives is there's like over 100 people in, which means they're in high demand at least. Another one, 10-inch Android tablet right here. Again, great for kids, can be bought by anyone, similar to these kind of products as to why this is a pretty successful product right here. This is another iteration of the 6-in-1 charging kit I'm showing right here. This is the American version. It comes with a smartwatch as well, around the same price point. Lots of viewers, lots of purchases on this product. Great example. Another just smaller example of a Christmas product right here. This lady just selling a snowman sort of like light thing, and this is also doing really well. I'm going to break down how you can, why you should be doing lives, and then some key things about it as well. One thing to note, I have already made a Q4 blueprint. However, this was before Q4 started. So now I'm just going to be making an extended and more up-to-date version of that Q4 blueprint here for you guys. Okay, so why am I actually suggesting lives as the foundation? Well, lives will guarantee you a baseline of income, essentially. When you go live, you can say, I'm going to go live for 2 hours today and I'm going to make $200, $300, $400, or pounds. Whenever I'm saying currency, just imagine it in your currency, basically. Because I know there's people all over the world watching this. But yeah, it's a form of guarantee, okay? With videos, you're relying on the algorithm a little bit. You are also going to fluctuate a lot in terms of your earnings. We do TikTok Shop because we want to guarantee ourselves an income, potentially leave your 9-to-5 job or do this alongside your 9-to-5 job as a side hustle. And you want to guarantee that you're getting consistent income. That is, a sustainable way to make money. And therefore, live streams is the best way to do that. Another thing I'll quickly add is live streams in terms of violations are very minimal. So you won't have to worry about that at all. On top of that, don't think that live streams can only make you a couple hundred a day. We have members that make 4 figures every single day just through doing live streams. So even if you're just aiming for something lower, maybe you're looking to get just 5,000 extra a month through TikTok Shop affiliate, then lives you can do that alone. But I'll talk about videos shortly. Another great thing it does is it provides momentum to your videos with the same products. So say for example, I start going live and I do really well with this Christmas tree, getting a lot of sales. I can then start to make videos with it. And because TikTok can recognize that my audience on live streams buy these Christmas trees, they're going to then push my videos out to the right kind of people as well. And the videos will convert well as well. On top of that, like I said, very violation safe, so there's no chance of you like getting banned or anything for doing live streams, unless you do something very questionable. But also, they convert extremely well during Black Friday and Q4. The main thing that really allow Black Friday products to do well is the sales, because people feel like they have to have that sort of urgency to buy the product there and then to get it for this specific price. And obviously, we know through Q4, throughout Black Friday, throughout Christmas time, there's going to be so many discounts going on because brands know this is the time they can make the most money and when the demand is highest. And a couple examples of people doing live in my inner circle, for example, Ashton right here, he's following the Q4 blueprint you're watching now. In fact, this is an improved version of the Q4 blueprint that he watched to do consistent £600 days. He actually just finished a 10k month at the age of 20. Getting extra rewards from TikTok's campaigns. Got other people in here like Reese as well. If you want to just make an extra £100, £200 a day, because Reese actually works a full-time job as well. He's doing this on the side. This day he made another £300. These are just two quick examples. I could honestly just put so many on top of each other, but it would just be way too cluttered. But just to show you the potential of live streams are insane. Now, what should your live stream approach actually be? What I'd recommend doing, especially if you're a beginner and you're starting out, is just order 2 to 3 products to start with. The way that you can find the products I'm going to be talking about later in this sort of blueprint right here. But key thing is have an initiative, okay? Don't see products doing well on other people's live stream. For example, if I scrolling on my For You page, I see this guy doing really well, and I noticed that he's not been doing this product for a while. He's only been doing it for a couple of days, or not many other creators are doing this product. It seems pretty fresh. You just have to have that initiative there and then to just buy it, because no one else is, unless you've got like some mentorship or guidance, no one else is going to be there to tell you, yeah, buy this product now, you need to get it. Like, you can't just sit there and think, oh, that's doing really well, and then a week later you scroll and it's still doing really well, but there's more competition, and then you go to order the product and now it's too late, you can't win. So you have to be quick with things. You can't just sit there and watch. You need to have the initiative to buy a product. One thing I'd also say is don't be scared to buy a product, because even if it doesn't end up working well for you in a week, you can always just return that product at the end of the day. So yeah, and you should see it as a sense that maybe you order 10 products, right? And only 2 out of the 10 actually make you any money, but those 2 products earn you a much, much, much bigger return on investment than buying those whole 10 products in the first place. So don't stress if products don't work for you. A lot of people say, oh, it's one video that's going to change your life, or it's starting live streams on one product that's going to change. That's not the case, right? What is going to change your life is a certain product. It's the product that changes your life, not the content. It's not like every time you go live or every time you make a video, it's a lottery ticket. It's like every single time you order and try a new product, that's your lottery ticket. And once you win the lottery, the beauty about TikTok Shop is you can then rinse and repeat and double down and just continuously do the same thing over and over again, because it's not just going to work once, it will work multiple times. So that's the way you have to kind of look at it. Don't put yourself off of buying products. If you're restricting yourself to only doing like a handful of products within the month, it's really going to hold yourself back. But to start with, for the first sort of week of going live, I'd recommend trying out 2 to 3 different products. Go live every single day. This is key. 100% need to be going live every single day, and push for the hours as long as you can. The hours is what's actually going to help you get pushed. This is exactly what the people inside my inner circle are applying. I've been saying this for a long time now. The hours is key. If you go live for an hour a day, every single day for a month, you're actually not going to be doing yourself much of a favor. You need to be going live for 2, 3, 4 hours. And I will be honest, when you start, that is difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy. It is hard. But once you kind of get used to it, it will become easy. And especially when you're making sales and you have people in your chat constantly talking, it actually does become quite enjoyable. And that's why people like Ashton sometimes go live for 5 or 6 hours a day. Because if you're guaranteed to make £100 or £200 an hour, you're going to try and stay on for as long as you can, really, aren't you? So yeah, try to push for as long as you can. And also, if you can do 4 hours of live in a day, don't do 2 2-hour live streams. Do 1 4-hour live stream. And the way TikTok basically looks at it, right? I can show you the back end right here on Calendar. The more hours you put in, the more they're going to favorite you and prioritize you in the algorithm. So the people here doing the best numbers, this guy did 42k GMV on a live. Calendata's numbers for live streams are actually really good and really accurate. Yeah, in comparison to videos, obviously not as much. But you can see right here, 8 hours he was live for. 8 hours. 12-hour live, 6-hour live, really long hour lives. And I'm not saying go out live for 12 hours. This guy was probably making a ridiculous amount, so he was just trying to maximize it. It's also at the end of the month here, so this product was probably on a crazy extra sale for that time, which is why he went live for so long. But if you can push for those 3 or 4 hour lives, that's what's going to push you up. Then once you get prioritized by TikTok, as long as other people aren't competing for your spot at the top, you can actually just slightly reduce that time a little bit if you need to. So you can see this guy's a prime example. Had the number one live. He was doing like 3 hour lives, but then he can kind of get away with doing slightly shorter lives now as well, just because he's kind of capitalized on that. Another thing I'd say is getting onto a product early. So like I said before, having that initiative to jump on a product early is the key. So if you're doing a product that has been done a while on live, you can definitely still succeed with it. You just need to put in more hours than the person that's currently at the top. But obviously, if you're someone that's first onto a product, you're much more likely to get more traction because you're competing with less people. That's exactly what Ashton did, by the way, to get his 10K month. I have a source section inside my inner circle. In fact, I'm happy to show it off on this video. If you go into the source tab, you can see even today, I will just be sending products constantly that you should be doing on live stream. Other members will also be sending, you see Ashton himself sending stuff in here. And basically, to have the initiative to jump on it, I sent a product in here. He ordered it instantly, got it on Amazon Prime the next day, went live with it. The first day, he started smashing 500, 600 pound days. So the speed was the absolutely key thing for him right there. And then once you kind of quick get yourself to the favorite spot, that's where you're going to be guaranteed. And this is why this is the foundations to be making several hundred to 1,000 every single day, because you're at the top of that product and TikTok will just constantly prioritize you. If you think about it, right? Why the hell would TikTok start prioritizing new people that are streaming this product that are only going live for an hour? When if you sit there for 4 hours and you show that you're loyal and you're committed, TikTok are going to prioritize you, because if you start getting the sales, they know that you're going to stay there for a long time, and that's what's going to make them more money, right? Same for the brand. So the hours is the absolute key thing. Don't worry if you're not getting sales at the start. It doesn't matter at all. Just keep working on getting better at your lives, putting in the hours, and you'll start to get pushed more. What I would say though is, after 30 hours of live with that product, and if you're not making money with it, I'd look to switch. And I'd say stick with the product consistently. Don't switch between different ones. But yeah, if you've done 30 hours of total lives, that could be 10 3-hour live streams, whatever it is. If you're not making money and you're not seeing any progression, then probably a good indicator to switch the product then. I don't have much water left for this video, so I don't know how long that's going to last. Okay, in terms of actually getting better of live, I'd love to go through every little nitty gritty thing and analyzing top live streamers' live streams, but for the sake of this video, I think it's already going to be over an hour long potentially. I have a call with the inner circle in an hour actually, so I need to make sure it doesn't. But I have this fully taught inside of, you can get access to my course content inside the upgrade section of my Discord and the inner circle. So every time I refer to the upgrade, that's just my $50 per month subscription, where essentially you get access to a huge community of very successful TikTok creators. You get access to my coaches, but unfortunately there's a lot of people in there, so I can't give my direct one-to-one access to you guys. Obviously you get access to hours worth of course content. You'll see some more as this goes on. So it's a great place for people to start. And then when I refer to my inner circle, these are the people that I'm currently one-to-one mentoring. And there's slightly more limited spots for that, because of course there's only a certain amount of people who I can dedicate my time to mentor one-to-one. So that's just the difference between those. But yeah, you can find this live stream module inside of my upgrade or inner circle if you really want to like take that to the next level and make sure that you're making the best possible lives. These are the modules that these guys have watched to get these kind of numbers. Coming down here, right? Of course, there's a video side of things. We can't ignore that. I do recommend having the foundation of being live streams, but then on top of that, you want to use your videos to scale. If you really want to start hitting those 10K months, those 20K months consistently, it's going to be your videos that do that, because this time you're not really trading your time for money as much. On live, you have to show up for 2 hours a day. Like, there's no way you can not be there for 2 hours, right? You have to be there going live. Whereas with videos, you can make one in 10 minutes, and that can make you money every single day for the next 3 months. Live, you can't really do that. So to actually scale efficiently, videos are going to be your best friend. And what I'm going to say for videos again is, don't be creative. I said I'm going to have some pretty hot takes in this video, and some people might be watching this thinking, what is this guy on about? I promise you right now, you don't need to be creative for Q4. Any other time of the year, I would suggest be creative. Think of those hooks, those visual hooks, all that stuff, engagement bait, get it all in there. But now, I honestly don't suggest it. The main reason why people are going to be buying a lot in Q4, the main reason why Q4 is the main buying time for e-commerce is because of the discounts, because of the sales, because of the time of year. People are forced and pressured into buying because of these limited discounts, because of the time of year they need to buy things for Christmas, etc. So The sale and the discount is the most important thing. You just want the start of your videos to be very salesy, getting the price across, and I'm going to show you some examples up here. And that's what people care about the most. Then you can go on to explain parts of the product, of course. Don't just not explain anything, but you don't need to be thinking of these crazy visual hooks anymore. You want to firstly focus on the price, the discount, or any coupons attached to this product so people know how they're getting it for so cheap. Then you want to have a good balance of quality and quantity. But if you had to prioritize one, I'd honestly say quantity is more important right now because, again, we have this thing in place now called GMV Max, which, if you don't know what it is, it's essentially AI that will allocate the brand's advertising budget onto videos that convert the best. And the way you convert the best is by talking about the price first. So if I give you an example, if you post a video, right, and in the first 500 views, you get 5 sales, that is obviously converting extremely well. And what TikTok's AI does, it will pick up, okay, this video is converting great. Let's just put lots of ad spend onto this video, push it out to more people, and theoretically it should convert at the same rate. Now, it might not convert exactly the same rate, but it basically means that you'll get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views pushed to your videos, which I'm going to show you where this has happened in some examples here. But that is essentially the way you want to be capitalizing on TikTok, not organically going viral for being creative and entertaining, but more or less going viral through having highly converting content. That's the most important thing right now, and this applies for all regions. The only place I'd say it doesn't apply for as much is Europe right now because GMB Max isn't fully implemented, but they do have Spark ads, which is essentially where you can copy your ad code and send it to brands, so you can do it in that same way. Next style of content, I'll break this down actually when we go over some examples. So let me show you some examples of price focused videos that have converted really well with GMB Max. Not that VA3 video. This is the first one right here. I actually sent this video into the inner circle when it had like 200 views and I knew it would go viral for these exact reasons.
You are not going to want to miss out on this deal, everybody. Right, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sets, each containing 3-pack, okay? Each set has 3 of these bad boys. It's legit.
Okay, at the end of the day, these are pants, right? They're boxers. You don't need to explain it too much. This video is probably a little bit too long for what it needed to be, but it still converted very well. If I show you the start of the video, this is what we need to really emphasize.
You are not going to...
These pants are a steal. So firstly, instantly, the millisecond you click on this video, you're instantly going to see these pants are a steal. Okay, she's talking about the price. She's talking about the discount. Instantly, when I see this video as a buyer, I see, okay, the price is on a really good discount. That's what people want to hear right at the start.
Want to miss out on this.
You don't want to miss out on this. So creating some urgency right there, making sure that people know like this isn't going to last for a long time. You need to take action. You need to watch this video.
Deal, everybody. Right.
And then she talks about a deal right there. So again, we're 3 seconds in, 3 different ways she's created some form of urgency or talked about the price. And this lady who's made this video might not even recognize she did this, but this is essentially why it's working so well.
I bought 1, 2, 3.
And then the reason why this product is so good, I'm going to talk about criteria of products shortly after the content styles, but of course, it's a bundle product, right? So people, the perceived value of this product is higher because it's a bundle. Basically, people are benefiting from buying in bulk and then getting it for a cheaper price. And again, because everything's about discounts, people just want that cheaper price. So that's why this video has done so well. And finally, at the end,
get yourself like a few pairs.
The call to action, pointing, get it in the yellow basket below, buy it there, just to make sure everyone knows where to buy the product. That's literally it. This video probably would have taken about 1 minute to make total, 30 seconds to record it, add your text on screen, and you're done. And this video right here has done 3 million views, posted this month a couple days ago. So this style clearly works right now. I'm going to show you a couple more examples right here. This guy's a good one if you want to do clothing as a male or female. You can do the exact same thing, but if you just watch this back.
The trespass fleeces are on sale at the moment. These are just over £15.
4 seconds in, I know how much this is. Okay, it's yeah, my mind's gone blank. Did he say 14 or 15? He said it was £15, whatever. Free shipping on screen. So instantly, millisecond, that text hook is so important and you want it to be price-based, whether it's a free shipping, whether you're talking about a 50% discount, whether you're talking about the actual price of the product, you put that on there straight away and then people are hooked in because there's a cheaper discount or a way to get the product for cheaper.
They come in 5 different colours.
Now he's just quickly explaining the features of the product. So this is still classified as top of funnel content, not bottom of funnel.
And the crazy thing is,
talking about the colours.
You don't have to spend over that £22 limit to get free delivery. Trespass are sending these out to you for free.
What's about the free shipping? Everyone loves that. That increases the conversion rate a lot.
If it's something you're interested in, the true to fit.
True to fit, he's talking about more features of the product.
These are perfect with the weather changing.
Perfect with the weather changing, talking about the features.
Then the link's just above me now.
And then a call to action. Look how simple that video is. He just stands there and just talks. 20 seconds. You don't need to be doing these crazy hooks, super visual. This is what you want. Again, this video right here, 2.3 million views. He's done this multiple times with clothing. He's also doing other sort of perfect products for around this time of year. You know, your advent calendars, your toys for the kids, still doing the clothing. And this is a great example of GMV max. You will know if a video is pushed with GMV max because of the like to view ratio, by the way. So this has 2.3 million views. Typically, you'd be expecting hundreds of thousands of likes for that many views, but he actually only has, if I refresh the screen right here, 1,000 likes in this video. So these views are basically all ads, okay? That's one thing you want to consider. This is another great example. This guy's page is really, really good. He just does a very similar thing, but just for a pair of basically Crocs with fleece inside, obviously more catered to the weather, so it's in trend.
For the guys that like their cozy footwear in the autumn and winter, I think I've got you sorted with these fleece lined clogs right here. Currently only £8.50, and have a look at that material.
Currently only £8.50.
The guys that like
actually has the price on the screen straight away. You can see a common theme here between the videos. They're all talking about the price straight away. I'm not going to play the rest of this. You can guess what he's doing. He's just explaining this product, what it is. It's very simple, very self-explanatory. This got 5 million views. Doing the same thing with joggers right now. Doing a lot of clothing, warmer clothing. And yeah, not every single video, by the way, is going to get pushed heavily, which is why I did emphasize quantity over quality is quite important, because you're then just increasing your chances of going viral. But a lot of these videos are getting pushed very nicely. And when one really does get picked up by GMV Max, what would have happened is this video, when it was first posted in the first couple hundred views, it would have converted great. And that's why it got pushed super, super heavily. This is an American example right here. This guy showed in the original Q4 blueprint, but he's made some new videos since then that applies the same method and it's working insane.
So Ninja pretty much just told us we all need new pots and pans. Because what do you mean you can get this entire tin?
Let me actually just show you the exact point.
So Ninja pretty much just told us we all need new pots and pans. Because
3 seconds in, instantly showing the price. 3 seconds into the video. You will notice these videos feel more like ads, but that's what you need to do. I'm really typically against people making their videos like an ad, but for this time of the year, you should be doing it because, again, the main point that people care about the most is the price and the discount. So what he does, if your product specifically has coupons, you need to do this, 100% do this. Brands like Anchor, Ninja, Shark, they add a lot of coupons, so look out for that.
Because what do you mean you can get this entire
Then he just shows his phone and then shows how you can get the discount and the extra coupons at checkout.
10-piece ceramic select non-stick cookware set for $95 with free shipping right now. You get an 8-inch frying.
And then again, same pattern right here. All these top pages are doing is then just transitioning into explaining the features of the product quickly.
And Ninja is guaranteed. These pots and pans, old pots and pans in your cloud. I'll leave it right here in the order shop.
And then just leaving a call to action telling them what to buy. This video right here got 3 million views. They did one before that got 1.5 million, which is very similar as well. And if I set it to popular, this guy's been doing this stuff for a long time. I actually analyzed these videos in my last Q4 blueprint, but if I just show you this quickly, this got 55 million views. And this is basically doing it in like a skit style.
Babe, no way you spent $250 on this. We are not that rich.
Babe, no, I did not.
Instantly price based, saying no way we spent $250. So any more expensive high ticket product or a product that seems super expensive, you can do this hook, especially if you're able to do skits maybe with your partner, your siblings, your friends, whoever it is.
Spend $250 on this.
What? How? That is impossible.
Yeah, no, it is possible. Let me show you. And look at that price.
10 seconds in, instantly showing off the coupons and the price. Same formula, works very, very well. Picked up with GMV Max, 55 million views is ridiculous. So yeah, this one also got 15 million views. So that's another example of when something works once, double down on it. When I said earlier, that one product will help you win the lottery. When you win the lottery, you then double down and you can win it multiple times in a row. It's a bit of a cheat code. Final couple examples right here. I want to break down as many as possible so you can fully understand this exact style.
Oh my God, why have you got another one?
This is not just any one. This is the brand new Hisense. They've got a massive discount on right now.
8 seconds in, massive discount on right now. Text on screen. Why is this 2025 smart TV half the price of others? Instantly talking about the price. Adding those siren emojis there just to really help people stop scrolling and be very focused on the price. And this works in a very similar way to this guy that I just showed, where he does a skit with somebody else in the video saying, oh, how have you afforded that? It's so expensive. And then he goes on to explain how it's on a big discount and a big deal.
My God, why have you got another one?
And you can imagine what's going to happen now. Yep. He's just going to explain the features of the product.
On every channel you can.
TV does that.
Exactly. So I'll tell you what, on a massive discount right now, if you're looking to upgrade, we'll leave that link.
Link below, call to action at the end of the video. Shout out to this guy as well. I just want to give a shout out to all these creators that I've shown references of, all very good creators. This one got 1.6 million views, pushed with GMB Max.
Oh my
because this only has 5,000 likes, but it has 1.6 million views. So yeah, that's that there for the top of funnel style of videos I wanted to show. You can clearly see that one style is working extremely, extremely well. And that's what I'd focus on right now. Your sort of creativity shouldn't be your priority. If you still want to be creative in some of your videos, go for it. But if you want to make as much money as possible, don't prioritize that. Another style of content that I would really suggest, especially for someone that's a bit more constrained in terms of how much time they have, is middle of funnel content. Focusing on cheaper products, basically. Especially if you're running lives with cheaper products, doing some middle of funnel with that as well will take you a couple minutes extra per day, allow you to get a bit more content out there, and really just focus on the price and the text. So I'm going to show you a couple examples of middle of funnel right here. This guy's a great page. He actually had this viral video from last Christmas. I'll show you. It's literally just showing off the product with some text on screen. You never have to speak. You can also do this completely faceless. So if you want to check out this guy's page, he does a lot of this content where it's just kind of text on screen. And that's an example of middle of funnel. We've got another page right here that does it really well. If you have a look at this guy's top videos, they've all performed really well in the last couple of days. I just move my head down. So these are all from like the last 30 days. And in fact, I actually think this is just a really brand new page. They're getting hundreds of thousands of views on their content. And this is just middle of funnel. I'll break this down for you a little bit right now. So what they do is, the rumors are true. Choco Musk, which is the product, the fragrance, is going to be discontinued. The remaining stock will be half off with free shipping. Now, it's not actually being discontinued. You're not going to get a violation for saying this. It's just creating urgency to get people to buy the product there and then. This guy's clearly just outside in his garden recording the sky, and then he just shows off the product. So you want it to be nice and aesthetic at the start, basically. Other ways this guy does this: condolences to all my people that bought the Beam creatine before today. Prices dropped. So it's all price based. He's always talking about the price. And then he'll show off the product. So yeah, another example of middle of funnel content. And you can see these videos will literally take seconds to make because you're just doing a one take recording, adding your text on screen, adding your music, and you're done. Another page right here, this is more for the ladies. She's a great example. Bundle, and it's on sale. So this is a bundle product, so it's going to sell really well for this time because it's discounted because people are buying in bulk. Just some text and simple music. That video literally would have taken 15 seconds to make, and it's got 2.7 million views. This one before has 800,000. This one has 600,000, all with the same product, all with the same style. And just for an example, this lady right here, shout out to her, really, really good page. This is actual TikTok figures. This is not calibrated guesses. In the last 30 days, she's done £121,000 in GMV. So assuming a 10% commission rate, which is a lower end of a guess, £12,000 or probably near to $17,000 in profit with this kind of content. Another example, this lady does it really well as well. She's doing it for a lip gloss or a lip stain.
Oh boy.
So ladies, makeup, all that stuff is going to do really well for this style as well, kind of focusing on the aesthetic. And what she does here is she talks about biggest sale yet, so she includes the price in there. This video, I believe, would have got over 1 million views, right? Where is it? 2.3 million views right there. So yeah, this style also works super, super well for female clothing, female makeup products. P. Louise in the UK is a really, really big one, which has a lot of GMV max as well. So all that stuff, you can see she's also doing it for like these TV lights, and it's going super viral. So amazing style. And another example, shout out to her page. She's done about £100,000 in GMV in the last 30 days as well. So this style definitely works and converts. So that's that for middle of funnel right there. Just thought I'd show some examples of that real quick as a good style. And then I'm not going to go into too much detail on this right now, but on top of middle of funnel videos, if you can, you shouldn't consider doing this from the start, right? If you're someone that's making money with what I've just spoke about all throughout today's call, if you're doing your lives, you're making a lot of money. If you're also doing your top of funnel, middle of funnel videos on the same page and making a lot of money as well, then what I start to look to do is expand and do a second page and dedicate this fully to bottom of funnel content. Now, in today's video, I'm not going to be going over like loads of examples of bottom of funnel content, but it's essentially the videos where you see people talking about only the sale of the product. They don't talk about the features at all. They just say, buy this product right now, it's on a crazy flash sale, the link's below, it's 10 seconds. That's what you call bottom of funnel, because again, I have full videos breaking down all the different styles of content in the funnel, but bottom of funnel is just people that already know what this product is. They just want to buy on a big discount, and so your videos kind of clean up all those sales. This is a style that a lot of people inside my inner circle have been doing for a while now. Jordan's been making 300 to 400 with this style consistently. It literally takes him like a couple minutes to make his videos for the day because they're that simple. Cesar's just done back-to-back 30k months with this, and if you know and you see my videos, he practically does this every single month. He's made multi-six figures off of this style inside of my inner circle whilst I've been mentoring him. So yeah, for all of these styles, again, you can get access to the course content of this inside of the upgrade. Or if you join the inner circle, you'll also get complete access to these, and I can guide you throughout everything with it as well on how to do these styles effectively. But yeah, those are some examples broken down on the kind of styles you want to be doing for your videos. And then just to summarize, top of funnel and middle funnel on your main page. You can do lives on that same page as well. And then if you want to scale further, say you're already making a couple thousand or you're satisfied with how much you're making on this, then you can open up a second page and do separate style of bottom of funnel content on there, which still has an insane ceiling to make a lot of money. Okay, now a very important part that you guys have probably been waiting a long time for now is the products, right? What kind of product should you be doing? Well, firstly, it's got to be tech. Tech is an absolute winner for Q4, especially when we're thinking of gifts. A lot of gaming products, just tech in general is just bought as a gift so much throughout this time. And then think about Cyber Monday as well. Cyber Monday is specifically the sale for tech stuff. Fragrances is going to be super underrated one. That's a very popular gift, male or female. Clothing is great as well. Clothing is insane. The guy's page, right, he shows off the Crocs. He does a lot of clothing. The guy before that did the fleece quarter zip, again, just that style of content with lots of different types of clothes. Obviously warmer clothes for this time of the year as well. Super, super good. Household items as well are great. So this can be your cleaning stuff, your vacuums, your air fryers. Those kind of products will do super well as well. And a very big one, gifts, right? Babies, toys, kids' toys, or just gifts for other people. It can be like small bundles. As a guy in the, I don't know if this is a thing in America, but in the UK, right, one of the most commonly known gifts is like a Lynx bundle where you get the deodorant, the shower gel, all that stuff. There's a L'Oreal product right now. Do I have an image of it here? Unfortunately, I don't. I'm sure you guys would have seen it if you're in the UK, but there's like a L'Oreal bundle of the same stuff that's going to do insane for gifts. So those kind of products are the ones and the niches you want to be considering. Specifically for your live streams, you don't have to start with high ticket products, but as you start to develop that skill of being a better live streamer, high ticket products is exactly where you want to go, because in factual fact, you can make so much more money. If you think about it, right, if a product's £100 and you're getting 10% commission, you're getting £10 per sale or $100 and $10 commission, then that will add up so much quicker. You have to sell 10 products to make $100. Whereas if you're selling a product that's on $1 to $2, you don't have to sell between 50 to 100 units of those. Yes, it might be a bit easier to convert them, but you'll be surprised how easily people buy higher ticket products on TikTok Shop, especially when they're on a big sale and when they're from a big brand such as Ninja, Shark, those kind of brands that people already trust a lot before TikTok Shop even came out. So especially as you start to progress with live streams, focus on those higher ticket products, because it means you're not going to have to make as many sales and you can accumulate to $500 to $1,000 days way easier through doing higher ticket products. You might think, oh, but I don't have $200 to spend on a product. That doesn't matter, right? Because if this product doesn't do well for you within the first week or two, you can always return it and get your money back. And on top of that, the idea that the product is expensive puts off a lot of other affiliates, and therefore your competition is so much lower because not many people are committed to spending $200, $300 on a higher ticket product to just promote on a TikTok Shop Live and hopefully make some more money. Whereas if you think about it in the sense that there's no risk at all, you're going to put yourself in a great position because less people are going to be willing to sort of compete with you. How to find products, Calidata is great. What I'd recommend doing is going to the category and then just selecting the different ones. So if I'm suggesting for you to do tech, go to the category and choose something like phone and electrics, or the computer and office one. Again, clothing, choose men's clothing if you're a guy and you want to do clothing on the category, and it will just show you the top products in there. You can also change this revenue growth rate and set it above 100%, and that's also really, really smart to do because you can see what's super trending right now. So there, the main ways I'd basically use Calidata right now. I kept this in there from the old module. For my inner circle, like I say, I showed you it right here, the source tab. Yeah, I just send loads of products in here every single day that are bangers. And also, if you just don't have anything to really invest in to find the products, just use your phone. Just go on TikTok and scroll. Like, you'll find a lot of stuff in here. There'll be like new sales, especially during Black Friday. There'll be like a banner up here with like Black Friday products that are on a bigger, more significant sale specifically for that week. So TikTok itself is a great place. Following some of the big creators, the examples I sent on screen, follow their pages. Go into your following section on your For You page and just see what they're posting. And if they're doing something that's doing really well in the last couple of hours, order it, take that initiative and do it yourself. So They're the main ways I go ahead and look for products. Now, what's the number one thing that's actually going to lead to your success on TikTok, and especially Q4? Remember, this module is specifically to be applied for Q4. When we come to the new year again, I'm not going to be suggesting to do this, and that's why you need to be able to adapt on TikTok, because people will commonly suggest to do the same thing over and over. Just do this, make your hooks really good, make them visual, blah blah blah. Like, it doesn't work. TikTok Shop doesn't work the same throughout the entire year. You need to be able to adapt. But one thing that is very consistent is speed, and I literally just touched on it there. Having the initiative to jump on a product quickly can actually make such a big difference, even if your content's not good, even if you're in your first week of TikTok Shop and you're not experienced. If you can just get on products faster than others, you're going to get the ad spend quicker than other people onto your page. You're going to be prioritized, and also you're just jumping on a trend faster. So even if your content's not good, you don't have as much competition who are better than you, so people are still just going to buy from you anyway. Basically, the product's always going to be bought if it's trending. It's just more likely to be bought off whoever's first or whoever's the best at making the content. So if you can be first, that saves you a lot of time in terms of having to practice content for months and months on end, because you're just faster than other people. I've had so many people draw my inner circle who are brand new to shop, and just because they are fast and just order the products I tell them to straight away, they make sales even when their content, in both our opinion, is not the best, because they've only been doing it for like a week or so. So always think about speed. Have the initiative to instantly jump on any products that are trending. Follow the best TikTok Shop affiliates, like I said before, some of the examples I showed on screen, anyone that you see on your For You page doing well, and scroll in your following tab to see what products they're doing and order them ASAP. Anything that is clearly taking off with videos or lives, order ASAP. Amazon, if you can, to get Prime, to get it on the next day. Also, it makes returns easier if you don't want to use the product. If it's faster on TikTok Shop, you can order it on TikTok Shop as well. And if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? If, for example, certain styles of videos or certain styles of lives are working extremely well for creators, then just copy. Like, you don't have to try and completely reinvent the wheel. This is where I'm saying you don't need to be super creative in Q4. You just got to focus on the product and the discount it's on, and that's what's going to help you win. And then if you want, you can add your own slight tweaks, slight improvements. So if you see someone going live doing really well with the product, copy them and then add your own slight little twist and make it a little bit better. Maybe their product and the way they're explaining it is great, but the background on the live stream is super messy and dirty and it doesn't look aesthetic. So you just do the same thing, but in a nicer background, nicer aesthetic. Go live for longer and you can overtake them. Now, speed genuinely is the difference between 1K months and 10K months. I've said it for a long time. That's the main thing. I feel like there's people that do TikTok Shop that make less than 1K a month and their content is better than people that make over 10K a month. I could easily go on this and scroll through some of the creators and being completely respectful. Some of their content, in my opinion, is awful, but it doesn't matter, because if it's making them more money than other people, then at the end of the day, can't really complain at them, can you? Can't really say anything about it. There's a lot of people that are trying to be extra creative and make the best possible content, but it's not converting. So what gets you paid is the sales, not the views. So in my opinion, just focus on whatever works the best. And that right now for Q4 is undoubtedly focusing on the price of the product, being fast on the product, having live streams as your foundations, and then using simple videos that are easy to make. Basically just talking about the sale of the product and briefly going over the features is what's going to get you to those 10K months consistently. I'm now just going to be going over some last tips, right? Don't be shy on products. Like I've been trying to encourage you to do throughout this video, don't be shy. Like, just order them, okay? You want to be running 5 to 10 at once on your page. Now, as a beginner, I did say 2 to 3. This is more for people that have been doing this for a while already, or already like 2 to 3 weeks in. 5 to 10 products at once on your page, 100%. Remember, the main criteria is they're from a big brand, they're on a big discount, they've got coupons. There will be in any of the niches I said above, like gifts, fragrances, bundled products because they have a higher perceived value, clothing, that kind of stuff is going to do best for Q4. And you might have noticed I haven't really spoken much about supplements, and that's because I think supplements, and I know for a fact supplements don't do as well for Q4. I've spoken to some of the biggest brands on UK TikTok Shop and US TikTok Shop, and they all agree that the New Year's is actually much better of a time for them than Q4 as a supplement brand, because a lot of people are trying to get in shape. So what I'll probably do is make a module just like this, but for the New Year's when we get into 2026, and that'll be much more supplement focused. So yeah, the next thing is, this is difficult, okay? I've not once said this is easy, okay? Things might be simple, which they are. They're much more simple. You really want to be just going back to the basics right now with TikTok Shop, but this is hard. Going live for the first time is going to be difficult. I can really reassure you there that it's not going to be easy. Your voice is going to be cooked. Make sure you have a drink by your side when you first go live if you've not experienced that before, because it's not fun. But once you've done it for the first couple of times, trust me, it will get so much more easy. And like I say, when you start to make the sales and you get that fulfillment of, you know, actually converting these viewers into buyers, getting people typing in your chat, it feels so much better and it's actually fun to do. If you do at times feel like, this is easy, I'm going live, it's easy, like you're not trying hard enough. You're either not going live properly, you're just sitting there and just pointing at a product and talking every now and again, or you're just not putting in enough hours, you're not doing your videos on top. Like if you ever feel like this is easy, then you're genuinely not trying hard enough. That's all I can say. One thing as well for the mindset side of things, TikTok Shop can sometimes be out to break you. Everyone's experienced it. There's not one singular creator that consistently makes ridiculous amounts of money every single day. Everyone goes through those lower phases, but just don't let them get your emotions involved. Don't have a lower day and think, oh, like, I'm so demotivated. Oh, I'm gonna post a bit less because I'm feeling down. Like, oh, it's TikTok's fault. The ads aren't working, or they're not pushing me out. What have I done wrong? It's not me. It's TikTok's. Like, don't let your emotions get involved. Right? Just focus on getting back to those big days, because when you hit those big days and when you surpass your previous biggest ever day or biggest ever week or biggest ever month on TikTok Shop, that feeling, you got to enjoy it and just treasure it, because that makes it so much like more worth it. That is the best feeling possible. Even me, as someone that when I'm teaching people and I see them getting their best ever days, like that is so fulfilling to me. And of course, this goes without saying, but it's much easier said than done. Again, I agree, this is difficult. Put in 100% effort every day. And if you just focus on being better each day, whether that means that in your live streams you start to include a second phone on your live stream to show how to access the discount of the sales, whether it's in your videos you start to do it with better lighting, whatever it is, just each day try to make something slightly better. And it's going to be very difficult for you to not succeed if you apply everything I just spoke about in the last sort of like 40 minutes talking about Q4 right here. What I'd really recommend doing is watching this video multiple times as well. So you can come back to this video, you can put it on schedule to watch it once a month to keep it fresh in your mind. Or if you just want to look at a certain section when I spoke about the middle of funnel pages, whatever it is, just come back to it, because you want to keep this fresh in your brain. And again, there's no way you can't succeed if you're putting in 100% effort. As we come to the end of the blueprint here, I'm here to remind you to go ahead and secure your spot for the live TikTok Shop Masterclass, which is completely free to join, but there are limited spots and this isn't going to be recorded. So if you want to get the best possible start and the best possible information to actually succeed with TikTok Shop, as you've been seeing by the results in this video and probably a little bit after this clip as well, then make sure you go ahead and apply with the top link in description. Again, it's limited, no recording, so just secure yourself a spot in a couple minutes with the top link in the description, and I'll see you there. Now, as you would have noticed throughout the sort of module, I did talk about the inner circle quite a bit, just because these are the people that I'm one-to-one mentoring, and I'm actually, not going to lie, very proud of the results, not from my teaching, but just from people taking action and applying everything I'm saying to get the best numbers they've ever basically hit on TikTok. So what I will quickly talk about, I'll go through some results. I showed up Julia 50,000 in 20 days, Vivek 20,000 in a singular day, Clark 17,000 in a singular month, Clark again 3,000 in a week, K. 70,000 in a single month, Reese again. No, this isn't even. Sorry, Reese, I'm doing you a bit of a disservice. You've done much bigger days than this. Obviously, Ashton did a 10k month at 20. Jordan's been doing numbers like this for the longest time. The list goes on, really. I could put so many more on here, but just proof of concept that the people that are working with me one-to-one genuinely do get the best results, and it's not a coincidence because I'm teaching them every single day. Inside the inner circle, you obviously get direct access to me. You get a coaching call hosted by me every single day. We've had the inner circle running just over a year now, actually, and we've not missed a single day, which is nice. Personalized course content by me. So if there's anything you're specifically struggling with, anything maybe I showed off today, I will sit here in this exact spot and record you a full tutorial or make a full module personalized for you to make sure you understand it. Best niches and products. First, always, the source tab. I upload a product list in here all the time, constantly updating it throughout the month. You get brand deal retainers as well. I do think I'll quickly talk about that. For Q4, I think, especially for beginners, this is a great way to kind of capitalize. It could be someone just getting a quick little £250 for a couple of videos, quick £350 for a couple of videos. Could be someone getting $700. We've currently got a retainer running right now with a big brand in the US that does hundreds of thousands of dollars per month in revenue for $1,500 for just posting videos. Even if they make no sales, they get paid. We've got multiple brandos running in the UK as well. So yeah, I'm not going to waffle on too long about it. Obviously, by now in this video, you probably will know whether you'd actually want to work one-to-one with me if you found this video valuable. There's only so many people I can work with one-to-one. Of course, I can't do like hundreds of people at once, so it is pretty limited. But if you do want to basically fast track your success and just make sure you're not making any mistakes and guarantee, I wouldn't even go against my word. I would genuinely say guarantee yourself to succeed with TikTok. And I'm going to leave the application link in the description, completely free to apply. And I have another video in there explaining even more about it if you want to know more before you apply. But yeah, that's everything with this video. I really hope you guys go on to do the best possible results with Q4 with TikTok Shop. I don't think I really could have gone over much more. I genuinely think this is just the blueprint that any single person from any background with any life situation can apply right now to make as much money as possible. So best of luck.